up, racers? Welcome to another edition of Late Model Monday. Tonight, we talk State Line. We talk South Sound. Our guests are going to be Mr. Evan Goetz and Glenn Knutson. You're dialed into the show that informs, entertains, inspires, and promotes all things that go left. Welcome to Late Model Monday, the weekly show to stay in the know about asphalt late models here in the Pacific Northwest. Tonight's show is brought to you by Miller Kitchen and Bath, Bailey General Contractors, and by Myers Floor Cover, Welcher's Gun Shop, Flaming Pig Barbecue, and by the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval and the Leonard Evans Used Car Superstore, and by the great folks at Product41.com, McKinney Glass of Yakima, Atomic Screen Printing, and BLG, Blue Line Graphics. Be unique, stand out, and get noticed. www.blg.blue. And now, back to your horsepower and performance hosts, Terry Bridges and the Load, Jeff Eady. What is going on, racers?
I'm liking Mr. Havens better all the time.
I'm your horsepower and performance host, Terry Bridges.
Kids.
And in the house with me is the loader, Mr. Jeffrey Eden. What's going on, loader?
Oh, just after a nice wet, what'd you do?
We just wiggle the mouse.
Wish you wouldn't do that.
There we go.
After a nice wet weekend.
There you go. There you go. After a nice wet weekend. Hey, what's up, Double V? Glad to see you too, man. What up, Chris Meloso? Mike Shorn in the house. What's going on, Mikey Shorn? Wow. What an amazing weekend.
Yeah, it was. I got a couple things I want to cover before we get started on it.
Do it.
On the back quarter panel of Max Schroeder Motorsports number 17 was a deal on there. It's called they had it as Racing for Grayson. This is a young man that's 11 years old with brain cancer. He's fighting brain cancer. So they are going to take, and she didn't say exactly when they were going to do it, but they're going to take the car up, unload it down from the guy's house, the kid's house, and drive up to the house and give him the trophy.
In the race car?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. How sweet is that?
And then we got another deal that I think needs to be addressed. I know it does. Is Lori Fuller put out a deal today and I didn't realize that Taylor was having respiratory problems.
I didn't either.
So his birthday is going to be coming up the 17th, I think, of next month. I got it wrote down. 19th of next month. So what we're going to do as racers, we're going to flood his mailbox with cards, hero cards, whatever.
Let's do it.
I'm going to go onto our site. I'm going to put down, get the address there for it.
Yep.
And we're going to do it.
Let's do it.
We're doing it for Taylor.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Hey, race fans, this is Steve Blankenship. You are tuned in to the quickest show on the web, Late Model Monday.
All right. So,
Amanda.
Man, dude, so here's the cool thing. There's two of us, so we can be at two tracks at the same time. We both had rain. Some of us had more rain than others. But our rain came about 4 o'clock. I got there. You said it was a little over 5. You were dead on. I left at 7 and got there. By the time I got there, I stopped and got something to eat. Made it there. It was a little after 1 o'clock. They were already practicing. They were already going, and they were going good. And they were, the late models would go, the mini stocks would go, the road runners would go, and then they'd start all over again. About 4 o'clock, it dumps. And when I say dump, I'm talking, they weren't drops, they were like pellets. And it rained so hard. And they had the big uke tire out there dragging it. They had this dude there with it was an older, I don't know, must have been like an 85, 86 S10 with a V8 in it. he was out there, going crazy. Here's the deal. This was funny. So they had Tyler Brown and a bunch of the other kids out there in the car. They had to kick them off because they were going too fast. Right?
They weren't on slicks.
No, they weren't. They were on treads. However, so they get it all dry, and what happens? Another one comes in, and this one dumps. The one dumped until probably 4:45. It rained for a good 45 minutes. And then they got it dried out. I mean, it was dried enough the Uke tire was smoking, so we know it was getting dry. As soon as they got it dry, the next one came, and it dumped again. And this one lasted till about 5, it was more like maybe 6:20. I mean, it rained a good bit. We actually got on the track at 7. The first couple qualifiers out there, I felt bad for him, like Terry Halverson and whatever. He was like second out. He was supposed to be third out, but he was second out, and he said, man, I could see water still coming out of the cracks. So, but they qualified. It was super close. Get this. Agni Howell qualifies 4th quick. It was like a 14-1 and some change. I mean, he was 4th quick. I was so stoked for him. And he says, look what I'm towing with. And it's this old, he said, I had it to the floor trying to come over some of these hills. And he said, I had to be careful. He says, all my money's in my race car. It's not in my tow rig. And it was so cool to see him get 4th quick. So then Dave Garber has it for a while. He's got it for a good long while. And then Winterberg goes out. And the first time he goes out, he doesn't have his transponder. So there was a little ruckus over that. Not a lot, but a little. They were a little peeved that he got to go second time. But anyway, he goes the second time, and he goes an 004, which is pretty fast for that track. It was green and no rubber on it, and he gets fast time. So that was pretty cool. Garber had it for quite a while. I will say, Travis Sharp looked good
for not supposedly being in the car for a long time.
He hit the wall on the car looked beautiful. He hit the wall in practice. He said, "But I had to know where it is."
He's got a point. You don't know how far to push it if you don't do it.
That's what he said. And so, but he started on the pole in the main, and he led it for a good bit. Jess Havens had a little incident early. Everybody got through that. The second one, he was involved in it. I don't know if he caused it. I don't know. I don't know. It was hard to say. I know he was in it. Buck Knoll got taken out, Knoll was done. It was a shame because he was pretty good. Popple was okay. Ben Reed got caught up in it. Ben Reed, I'd never heard of this guy, but boy, was he awesome. I mean, I'm talking awesome. However, I will say this. There's another guy that I was two guys. Garber was fast, although he hit something coming out onto the track before they were getting started, and it screwed up the car. He hit something in the pit. Somebody had dropped something. I didn't see it, but he had hit something, and it did something to the car. He didn't notice it until he was going. But, man, let me tell you, Dave Garber was coming through that field. And, I mean, he was rolling. And then all of a sudden, poof, he's gone. I don't know. I don't know if he got caught up in that second wreck that took out Knoll. All of a sudden, he just wasn't there anymore. But the other guy, Jeffrey, and maybe he was there when you were there practicing, the other guy that impressed the out of me was Jason O'Neill in the 29 car. That guy was...
Yeah, he was there.
Dude, let me tell you, they struggled all day long. I went over and asked them. They had problems with the brakes. They couldn't get off the corner. It was just, like the brakes were dragging and pulling it down. So they got it all done. They got that fixed. He went out qualified really good. I think he was 5th or 6th or whatever. He was good. Then going out to line up for the thing, the top link comes apart. The biscuits fall out of it. So they're back in hustling, and I asked Tidrick, I go, what the? He goes, I don't know, dude. Just the third link just came apart. He goes, I think I got it. He says, well, he goes, it's cross-threaded. I'm pretty sure I got it. It ain't gonna come off. But boy, he ran like a house of fire after that. I mean, he ran really good.
Well, that's got to be interesting, not knowing even where that
right?
at, Are we tight?
That's what I'm saying. And that's why I said, did you get it? And Tidrick looks at me, he goes, I think so.
Well, and those, God, that would, because you're not tight with the biscuits. What are they doing? Oh, my gosh. Hey, lucky it happened in the pits and not on the track.
That's right. And they thrashed. And let me just say, Tidrick did the fastest third link change I've ever seen because he was out there. But, man, let me tell you, there was 5,000 people. It was sold out. They had to have a cop out there. It was utterly, even with the rain, there were people still in this. I mean, it was absolutely awesome.
What it is people are jonesing. They want to go race. They want to see some racing. People want to go racing.
But Loader, I mean, I just wish you could have been there. It was just so awesome. And I asked Matt Alexander, I go, are you happy? And he stood there for a second, and he doesn't say anything. He just grins. He says, yeah. And then I talked to Luke Kerr, and I said, what do you think, man? He goes, dude, we're sold out. People were going to the pits going, hey, they're sold out. They're sold out. I mean, there was close to 5,000 people in those grandstands. It was packed. And, man, it was close to 80 cars. I mean, good grief. It was awesome. Jeremy Anders, great seeing you too, man. It was great hanging out with Garrett. His hauler is so pimp, dude. Garrett's, oh man.
What do you expect? Well, you had a little bit. It was this.
Click OK. Gosh darn this thing. I don't get it. Just reload. God. See, man, every time it does this. Now we're going to, okay, but see, it's not, so you're going to have to go click the.
Here, you take this. I'm slowed.
No, it's all right. This is just stupid.
Yeah, it is.
I know, and this is all since they went to this new shit. Sorry, I'm on Spreaker. Sorry about that. Unbelievable. This is what I'm saying. I know. It's frustrating as heck. I asked the guy, I got a computer guy on my stop, and I asked him what was going on. And I just don't get it. Gosh.
Hard to keep an audience.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Damn thing. Gosh, it just drops out. Doesn't tell you anything. That's what I mean. Just stupid. Sorry about that, everybody. Those of you, why can't it be like Spreaker? That's always solid. They're always dialed. Facebook, go back to the old one, please. All right, so we're back. Anyway, we're going to keep going as if everybody's here. Look at this. Look at this. It does it again. It does it again. Oh, this crap. Oh, Lord, what are you trying to tell me? That's what I want to know.
We had 60 people. Almost.
I know. God darn it. I'm just going to leave it right there. Not even going to mess with it. Look at this. Here we go. At least we got our comments back. We'll go here. I'll go here just because it tells you how many it is. Yep. See, when it's 2.2, 2.3, we're good. We're back. Sorry about that. Those of you live on Spreaker, I know there's not very many. I'll go to the chat, and there's probably not anybody. Yeah, nobody.
Don't even get that near me.
But you can just click that X. There you go. There we go. I hear sounds. Are we back? We are. Sorry about that. That is not us. That is not us. Bridges, where are the numbers? Well, there were no numbers. But here's the deal. It goes, okay, so I'm going to go to the main. So we get to the main. Sharp leads it for quite a while. Plybond gets it. Plybond's working the outside. And he goes, boom. He's there. He gets Sharp. Something happens to Sharp. It starts smoking. And then he goes to the pit area, comes back out, and the thing won't fire. And when it does fire, it's popping like an ignition or distributor or something. So that gives Plybond the lead. Havens is there. Havens ends up third. And a quiet third, let me just say. And it was awesome. Glenn Knutson is working on Plybond. Here's what I didn't know. Plybond's in a stock clip, 5-inch coil car against basically a Seneca with all the trick stuff. Hayden Plybond is good, man. He was, he was disappointed. I could feel it clear in the pit area because when it was over, he didn't stay at the ceremony very long. He got out of there and went right to the scales. Glenn Knutson drove a hell of a race. I mean, a hell of a race. And it was, there it is. Let me check this. Oh, baby, where are you? I just saw that.
What's that?
That's Plybond. Or no, that's Evan Goetz, who is our guest tonight. So we'll do this. I'll call him back.
Well, while you're in that process,
yeah, go ahead, man. Let's
we
see.
we fought the rain at South Sound it was a 2-race deal. We fought it back and forth. Cars would get on the track, and then it would start to drizzle, and the cars would get on the track, and then it'd start to drizzle. It was crazy. So So
you there? Hello?
Hi.
There it is. Sorry, man. This Facebook's got us all screwed up.
And people of interest in the motorsports world. It's time for In the Sea, powered by Blue Line Graphics.
Here's our guest, man. This kid won the junior late models. I thought he was some relation to the open wheel guy, but his dad said no. Maybe in some relation, but our guest tonight is Evan Goetz. What's going on, Evan?
Nothing much. How about you?
Dude, nothing. I just got to say, you were awesome.
Thank you.
I mean, you were pretty much doing whatever you wanted to do. When you needed to stretch it out, you stretched it out. When you needed to chill, you were chilling. Was your dad telling you to chill?
No, it was Jeff Jefferson that was spotting for me, and he's a very good spotter. He can tell me everything I need to do and why I need to do it.
Wow. And how much does that help you when you're in the car?
That helps me a lot.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
How was the car? Was the car pretty good?
Yeah, it could have been a little looser, but I think it would have been good for about 30 more laps.
Where was it tied at? In or off?
It was a little in,
Okay.
and it was a little loose off. But
So you were probably too loose off because you were too tight in, correct?
yeah,
Sweet. Dude, so how do you like driving a junior late?
it's a lot better than the Bandoleros. It's just
What's the biggest difference?
that you actually get to use the brakes, and it's a lot.
And there's a car there.
Man, dude, yeah, you looked. Dude, I can't even tell you how awesome you looked. I mean, you were super strong.
In practice, it was a little scary for my first couple outside passes on Danica and Moran and stuff, but I finally got used to it and kind of.
Yeah. So how is Casey Klein as a competitor? He's pretty tough, isn't he?
He ran the outside line pretty good, and he got closer and closer, and I just stepped it up and drove it in harder and gave it a little more gas.
Was Jefferson on the radio saying, "Here he comes, you need to pick it up"?
Yeah, he was telling me all the car lengths I had on him, 4 to
Wow, dude. That's awesome. Now let me ask you. This is going to be maybe a stupid question, but have you always wanted to be a race car driver?
Yeah, my dad asked me if I wanted to drive a go-kart when I was 7. I had no idea what it was, but he took me to the track, and I ended up getting second my first race.
Wow. And where was your first race at?
SKRA in Spokane.
Yeah. So you ran the road course.
Yep.
Dude. Have you ever been to Tri-Cities? Have you raced there?
Yep, I hold the track record at Tri-Cities still.
Well, excuse me.
Yeah, way to go.
Excuse me, Mr. Evan Goetz. Dude, have you run the shootout?
I don't think I have.
You might have to come and. Do you still have a cart?
I have my old 206, but I ran the Gold Cup series.
Mm-hmm. Dude, you should come run the shootout in April. It's under the lights. It's on SWX. It's on TV. You should talk to your dad and see if you're free. If you don't have a late model race
In April? April's already gone.
No, I'm sorry, in August. I mean.
Okay.
You should come run that. It's on TV actually, even.
Well, I'll see if my dad will let me, and we could get the go-kart ready.
Yeah, wouldn't that be sweet?
That'd be fun. I kind of do want to go back to and race go-karts just for fun.
What's the biggest difference between a go-kart and a junior late?
Go-karts are a lot more. I don't really know how to say it. They're kind of a lot grippier. They stick to the ground a lot harder.
Mm-hmm. Is it easier to tune a go-kart, or is it easier to tune a car?
Oh, go-karts are a lot easier.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I always said the opposite. I thought go-karts were way harder to get dialed in.
It was easier for us because, we're used to dirt bikes and stuff with, not a lot of suspension, and we don't really mess with the suspension a lot, so, because it didn't have any, so we didn't have to worry about that or anything, like the bump springs or the bump stops.
Right. Now, do you understand all that bump stop stuff?
I'm starting to.
Yeah.
Jeff's starting to really tell me how it works and stuff.
That makes it more like a go-kart, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It makes it feel more like a go-kart.
Yeah. Well, so you should be right at home once you get that thing dialed in, huh?
Yeah.
Sure. Now, what kind of car do you have?
I have a 2016 Port City race car with a 2019 front clip.
Ooh. And then what motors do they make you guys run in that?
We run a 602 crate. It has 350 horsepower with a restrictor, so it's about 300 horse.
Wow. This kid's on it, man. No!
I'm done with this. We got to find something else.
I know we do. Man, Facebook is just crazy, man. Do you know that?
I don't have Facebook. I have Instagram.
Dude, this is so ridiculous. This thing just drops us on a whim. I don't, so, but we're still going on my podcast thing, so we're good.
Okay.
So tell me, what's next? What's next for you?
Well, maybe in a year or two, I'm probably going to go up to prolates
Yep.
and race them.
And do you think you're going to be, now next year, are you going to do that? Or are you going to do that the year after?
Well, we talked to Matt about letting me and Casey run in the Idaho 200.
Right.
So we don't know.
Are you going to get to?
Oh, I don't think so.
What?
Yeah.
What?
He doesn't think we're ready for like all the invert and all the big cars. And we weigh we're really light compared to them.
Wow. Dude, that's crazy. I think you should be allowed to.
Well, we're only like 0.2 off.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if you said, hey, we'll run our restrictor and everything. Will you let us run? Would you still do it?
I don't know. I think we would have to take the restrictor out of it. Because...
Otherwise, you wouldn't hang at all, right?
Yeah.
How important is your dad to your team?
He's pretty important. He's the one that does all the work at the shop along with my grandpa Dave.
Wow. And he pays all the bills, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty big. Loader, you got anything for Evan?
No, I talked to him when I was over there during the practice deal, pretty much.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know the Loader, Evan? You remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you run any dirt?
I went to dirt cart in Spokane, but no, I've never raced in it.
Would you like to try it once?
Not really. I kind of like circle track.
Yeah. So, well, dirt is circle track.
Or asphalt.
Okay, there you go. There you go. So if somebody had a ride for you on the dirt, you wouldn't do it?
Well, if I didn't have anything else going on, yeah, I would.
Evan, how old are you, man?
I'm 12.
Are you really?
Mm-hmm.
Dude. Jeff, I'm blown away. I'm blown away. 12 years old.
And he knows his horsepower.
Yes, he does.
That's good.
He knows his car, man.
Yeah.
What do you think of Hayden Plybon? Are you guys buddies?
I don't really talk to Hayden. I want to be able to race against him when I get older.
Dude. Yeah, you might be ready now. I think. But, man, Evan, I want to thank you for being a guest on our show. I just got to tell you, man, I'm just super impressed by you. You were so calm under the gun. You were just smooth. You were just, man, you're just mature beyond your years.
Thank you.
Absolutely, man. And you know what? And next time I get over there, we didn't get to meet. So where are you going to run next? Do you know?
Wenatchee on July 11th, I think.
Okay. So if I get over there, you and I got to meet, okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think Jeff will be there too, so.
Cool, man.
If you see this bald guy coming at you, run. That's all I got to tell you is run.
Don't run. Just come give me a high five, man.
Okay.
All right, Evan. Thank you, man.
Yep.
Have a good one.
You too.
Okay, buddy. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, baby. Evan Goetz, 12 years old. I thought he did pretty good.
Yeah, did a good interview for being 12.
Absolutely he did. Now we got Knutson coming up.
Coming up, or you missing?
Well, I missed him.
With everything that's going on.
Let's see, 3022. Yeah, we're going to do that. And I know, with this Facebook thing, it's crazy. God, if this is Evan Goetz again, I'm going to be embarrassed.
Hello?
Evan?
What was that?
Is this Glenn?
Yes, it is.
Dude! Thank you. Hang on. I got to do my intro for you.
Sounds good.
Sorry about that, man.
Oh, you're good.
Your favorite drivers and people of interest in the motorsports world. It's time for In the Sea, powered by Blue Line Graphics.
First of all, thanks for the hat.
Not a problem.
That was awesome, man. Second of all, you were in the trailer talking to Garrett about all kinds of stuff. Which did you guys change anything between the time you were in the trailer and the rain hit? Did you guys change anything?
I got pretty comfortable with it at the end of practice, and we didn't want to do too much to, go out on the green racetrack, so we kind of left it alone.
Dude, let me just say that the later the race went, the better that car got.
That's what that car kind of has a history of. It doesn't fire off as strong as we'd like sometimes, but towards the end of the run, it's pretty good.
Yeah. I will say this. That Plybon kid is good.
Oh, yeah, he is. He's going to be a good racer when he gets older. He's good now. He's going to be really good.
Yeah, he is. Did he make you nervous at all?
Oh, I've raced with him a couple races before, and I was confident racing with him. I knew what he was capable of, and I knew I didn't have to worry about anything racing with him. He's a good racer. He's a good, hard racer.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Not going to wreck you.
So because it was coming down to the end there, 5 to go, 3 to go before you got him, were you thinking, man, I don't know?
Well, if you ask my crew, they kind of could see it coming because that's what happened at the Idaho 200 last year. I think we got by Havens coming to the white flag. So they were a little nervous. They were kind of started thinking the same thing was going to happen, and
so
this is pretty fun.
There's only one lap you need to lead, isn't that right?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you know what, Knutson? You know what we're going to have to start calling you now?
What's that?
Mr. Clutch. Yeah, Clutch Knutson, baby.
Yeah, it doesn't pay to win or lead the first laps, that's for sure.
No kidding. No kidding. Hey, so what did you think of the turnout and everything?
Oh, it's pretty awesome. I was telling Garrett, it's been 9 months since I've been in a car, so that was pretty fun to get going. And I'm sure every other racer wanted to get on the track and see what their car was capable of. And there's a lot of new cars for a lot of people, and I know they want to shake out all the bugs. Like Halverson had a brand new car to him, and it was fun to get racing with all those guys. To have 20 cars within 0.2 of a second, that's pretty good for a quarter mile.
Not only that, but having somebody in the stands to cheer for you.
Yeah, it was. I don't know what it'd be like. Well, I guess we get to see this weekend racing at Wenatchee without any fans. It's going to be a little interesting, but when they cheer for you getting on the car, it makes it that much more exciting.
It does.
It sure does.
I was at South Sound this weekend, and it was weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
No
it's
front
not I love putting on the show for the fans.
No front stretch deal. You just pulled in, and somebody brought you your trophy, and he took a picture, and he walked away.
Yeah, I love putting on a show for our fans. They pay to watch you race, so you got to perform for them. So.
Yeah, dude, there was almost 5,000 people in the stands. That place was sold out, baby.
No, that was pretty awesome to see. I'm glad everyone got to support a racetrack that was open. I hope they continue to support every track that gets a allow fans. But we'll see what happens here.
Let me ask you something, man. And I noticed this on the way home. I was cruising and kind of glancing at my phone. I know I'm not supposed to, but I was kind of glancing. You know what, man? Your brother is your biggest darn fan, dude.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't get a race. He kind of gets to sacrifice a little bit for me and Mike, but he loves the racing. He loves going to helping. I think he likes it more than racing sometimes, but he puts just as much effort into it as me or Mike does, so he gets to live through that way. And, just like anything, when you work on something, it's your pride,
Absolutely, buddy. So how much of a role did Garrett play in this W this weekend?
Well, it's always important to have him there. Just so much knowledge that he gets to teach me and coach me and keep me calm. And it's huge having him in your corner to help you out.
He never stops thinking. That's what I've noticed about him.
No, we got back to the motel late and we started thinking about what we wanted to do, Saturday morning after Friday's practice, and me and him came up with a huge list of ideas, and we tried it and it worked. So I love being able to bounce back ideas back and forth with him, and we can diagnose what the car is going to do before we even do it.
Yeah,
man, that's isn't that awesome? And you're with a legend too, right? I mean, it's not like everybody gets to work with Garrett Evans.
No, that's for sure. It's a real privilege to get to work with him.
Right. But you know what, Glenn? I'll tell you this, man. He believes in you as much as your brother does. Because I've asked him, I said, so who you get? He said, oh, man, I'm taking Glenn Knutson, man. I mean, you know, he is solidly in your corner. I mean, it's not like he's just kind of helping you. I mean, he definitely believes in you, man.
I know when he got to go to the first race with me in South Sound a couple of years ago, and we won. He had a lot of fun going over and hanging out, and I think he has just as much fun watching the race as he does racing.
Did he ever tell you about when he drove my dirt car?
He has told me stories about that.
He has?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He brings out the pictures too.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, he was you know what? Let me just tell you this, Knutson. This is how awesome he is. He went 4/10 quicker than I ever been in the car. And it was his first time, damn it.
No, I've been trying to get him to drive this car. I think we're going to be able to do it here soon. He wants to see what I feel in it, and that's the good thing is we feel like we drive the same type of cars. We like the same type of cars, so it'd be really curious to have him drive mine and see what he thinks.
Right.
See if we can learn anything together.
Now, is your relationship as solid when you're working for him as it is when he's working for you?
Oh yeah, he's right there. He's ready to do whatever he wants to do, whatever I need to do. If I need to rebuild the whole car that night, he'll stay with me and do it. I mean, he won't, you know, we'll be what time? I think around midnight Thursday night we called it quits. He wanted to try a couple things on my car with me, and we threw it in the car, and he stayed with me till midnight, putting it in my car before we went over there.
God, dude. How does that make you feel, dude? I mean,
well, that's pretty awesome to have, like you said, to have someone, a legend like him, to have in your corner, wanting to try stuff with you and wanting your feedback on what the car does, and trusting seeing what you think of it,
and trusting what you say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would imagine it's got. I mean, I know I'm pretty confident you feel the same way about him as I do. I mean, he's been my hero forever, man.
Oh yeah.
And I just got the utmost respect for the guy, and he always treats me like gold, right? We were sitting there, and he says, "Hey, man, you come in the holler if you want." I mean, you know, that doesn't just happen to everybody. I mean,
that's for sure.
It's really cool.
You can't meet a better person for racing in the Northwest, that's for sure. If everyone knew what he did for racing in the Northwest, that's just...
They'd be blown away, wouldn't they?
Oh, yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. Dude, you know what, man? You're a class act, Knutson. You really are, dude. I got to give it to you and your brother both. You guys are super likable guys.
And you give him a Garrett Evans hat.
Yeah, you do. Well, not only that, you always treat me with respect, and I do. I appreciate that.
Well, that's part of it. You gotta, if you want respect back, you gotta give it to people. So
yes.
I don't want to treat anyone unfair.
That's better than his partner on the show.
What are you laughing at, Knutson? Is Garrett tuned in tonight, do you think?
You know, I'm not sure. I think he might have had to, or he's at the car lot right now. So.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, I don't know if he gets to watch it right now. So.
Dang it, that sucks.
No, we've already came up with the game plan, what we're doing for Wenatchee this weekend. So. I'm at the shop. We're gonna do a little bit of work on the car tonight and get ready and get prepared for this weekend.
Dude, well, we'll let you go then, so you can get that done. Good luck to you, man. And if you win that, you're gonna be back on.
Sounds good. I'll do it.
All right, man. He says I'll do it. Right on. Tell your brother thank you very much. All right.
Yeah, I will do.
Okay, Glenn. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah. Take care.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Glenn Knutson, winner of the 100-lap feature or 75-lap feature at State Line. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He can wheel.
I talked to him, what was it, last year, I guess, when I was over at Wenatchee with helping Minor. I went down and talked to him for a little bit.
Yep. So,
We're tracking and packing around the Northwest with the loader, Jeff Eating.
Jet Explosion's just the best, isn't it?
When did that come out, Mike? Racing on the 11th? Well, that'll work.
Look at Hannah Havens. She says, "Don't remind us. 199 of 200."
Yeah.
So how'd it go, man?
Like I say, it was the first in the morning. It was a little wet, and then he'd get ready to go, and it'd get a little wet. I would say that the tuner cars had the most fun because they were out there helping dry the track out. So they spent a whole bunch of time on the racetrack. But it all in all, I like what he did to get everybody to the track. That the weather was kind of iffy, so you had some that didn't show up that probably would have or should have, or however you want to go. But the classes were a little light, except for the legends. Them boys were wanting to race.
How many? There were 15 of them?
15 of them. Levy Jones was rolling.
Was he?
He was rolling.
Was T-Dub there?
No T-Dub.
No Williamson?
No. But B-Dub was there. Billy Weber.
He was. How'd he do?
Billy got 5th.
B-Web. That a baby?
Let's see here. Boom, 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 boom.
Where were you at, Williamson? Yo, dude. Where were you at? Don't tell me your car ain't ready. You had more than enough time to get that bad boy done.
The Legends deal that Levy Jones won it. Jacob Hyder was second. He said he figured he was a 5th place car. He just held everybody off by driving bad.
He said it wasn't what he wanted, but
Chris Belenka, Robert Clark, Billy Weber, and Kyle Kinsbaugh.
Oh, way to go, Kinsbaugh!
It was I love the red wheels. There's something about the red wheels.
Tommy Russell says I thought it was such an honor just to share the track and race against Evans, but the man to work side by side with Northwood, I would just be beside myself. Anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tommy. That's a good comment. Working, boys. I know what that is now, T-Dub. Hey, so how many pro lates were there?
Working. He owns his own business. That's BS. I'm not buying it.
Yeah, I know. He should have been there.
Okay, it doesn't.
If B. Webb was there, he should have been there.
There was 6 cars showed up. We had number 1 on the qualifying sheet was Max Schroeder, the Blingmeister.
The Blingmeister. What?
He ran a 1480.
What's the track record?
I don't know for sure for those guys, but I know that on Thursday when I was down there with him and we were on old tires, he was running 80s, like 86, 87, 88. So I was glad to see that number pop on the board.
Yeah, but that was on a green racetrack too, wasn't it?
Yeah. Everything was green. We had enough rain.
Yeah.
It was. So, and then Dan Walker was an 84. Kevin Carver was an 85.
Wow.
Kurt Meyer was an 85.
Wow.
Justin Howe was an 86.
Jeez.
And then Dominic Hunter, in his very first time in a late, ran a 1532.
That's pretty good.
Oh, he I was ecstatic. I mean, he stayed out of trouble. He finished on the lead lap.
That's awesome.
To me, yeah, I was really impressed with him.
Yeah.
The final, it was Max. Max led the 2 laps he needed.
Mm-hmm.
The white flag and the.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, that was all that matters. Dan Walker was second. Dominic was third. Brad Howe Dominic was third because he was staying on the same lap. Brad Howe and
he
Kevin
was third
Carter.
on the lead lap. Hunter was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, he stayed out of trouble. He was talking with his dad. He said it was starting to push, so he was trying to talk him into try a different line, do this. And he said he was kind of funny. He goes, yeah, he tried that different line, and all of a sudden that vintage modified had come back, and he'd go right back down to where he was. But it was those guys were tied together. I mean, they once again, 6 cars basically nose to tail.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you had to work to get around somebody.
Yeah.
So that was the cool thing. Max actually, in my opinion, had to lead twice. Him and Walker got tangled up coming out of 4. So
I know, it's one of them deals.
It's just a racing deal. But Max didn't let it bother him. They went the back of the pack, and Max went forward again.
Yep.
So that's the,
Can I ask you something? I mean, I know this is not Tucson, but was Haley Constance there when you were there over there at State Line?
No.
Let me tell you, she ran third. She ran third behind Casey. So it went Goetz, Klein, Constance, and her first one, Caden Moran, and Danica Dart. That junior late model deal was pretty. You were right. That was a damn good class.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a darn good class.
You say it however you want.
No, really. It was awesome.
And then, like with the vintage modifieds.
Did Dooman win it?
No, Dooman didn't win it, but Devin Ironman won it. It was like, I was standing there watching him. He's up on the wheel, and I mean, it looks to me like he's going to chew the wheel. You see everybody else are kind of sitting back a little bit. He is up there, and I'm watching him come up. I mean, it's like he's just so intense when he's in the car. It was like, whoa. He won it. Mike was second, and that was
how far back was Dooman?
It wasn't that far.
Car length?
Yeah, a couple car lengths. Mike actually spun on one of the laps. Or I didn't. All of a sudden, I looked up, and he was
around. Yeah,
yeah, he was doing the washing machine, going in circles. And then in the same spot, Dominic spun later in the race. So I don't know whether it was something. Moran finished third.
Oh, she was third? Oh, wait.
Yeah, well, she's correct.
I finished third. Okay.
She's corrected you now.
Third. So Constance was fourth. And then Danica Dart. My apologies.
Whew. She was second in the heat race, fourth in the main.
Okay.
It's
I'm telling you, for her first time out, Caden Moran killed it.
She's got good teachers.
Yeah. She had Jesse Brown in there.
Tyler
Brown. Her dad's just the greatest guy. I got the tour of you should see their motor coach, dude. It's.
What, am I supposed to just leave mine in the garage?
Well, no, yours is pretty nice, too. Yours is damn nice. But, I mean, you know those motor coaches. You get in there and you go, man, this thing's nicer than my house. And they fed me. They had street tacos there. Jesse Brown was using his Blackstone during the rain delay. I got to meet Mr. Moran for the first time, who's the car owner. He was Tyler Brown's car owner. Just a wonderful man. He gave me the tour of his motor coach, and yeah, it was a hell of a show, man. I'm telling you, for the first time out, she gets a third. That's and I got to see Joe Constance.
Uh-oh. Now you're being corrected again.
What? That was her Oh. It is her grandpa?
He's young looking, Terry says.
Yes. I thought it was her dad. Congrats to Jesse Burks at Madera in the junior late, says Derek Wallace. Absolutely. You know what, Wallace? You need to get Goetz, Moran, Casey Klein, Constance,
Danica.
Yep. Dart. We need to get those guys. We need to get Walbridge. We need to get a Super Bowl of junior lates going in here. God, that was her grandpa. He does look young though.
Oh, I love it.
Huh?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. And then there was a guy named Moose there. I never met him. I thought one guy was Moose. I did the same thing. I said, "Hey, are you Moose?" They go, "No." But he sure looks like a moose. I mean, he was eyeballing me when I came in there to get my street tacos. He's like, "Who's this brother walking in here? Am I gonna have to frisk him or what the heck?" He was eyeballing me pretty good. I was
You should have wore him out.
I was a little nervous, man. They weren't sure about me when I first came in, and then Jesse said, "Oh, hey, Terry." I was like, "Whew, thank you."
Boy, if I...
Shut up, Eden.
Anyway, tuners. Chris Brandon, Jordan Peterson, and Dean Otterbach was tuners.
Wait a minute.
Baby Grands, Derek Presley,
Oh,
Stephen Mitchell,
where was
Kurt Boyle, Vintage Mods, Devin Ironman, Michael Duman, and Brian Wilson.
Bob Presley?
He doesn't race that.
He didn't race pro. He didn't race a pro. Oh, he only raced super
He
late.
only races Super Late.
Okay.
Hobby Stocks, Josh Wheeler, J.J. Collins, and Derek Combs. Super 4, Scott Bedoin, Joe Bowers, and John
Bowers?
John Govenzer.
I wonder if that's the same Joe Bowers from way back in the tour days.
Yeah, Jesse, you're right. The junior lates have some good talent coming. I just hope everything can stay together and keep going. I don't
Yeah. Hey, did you hear? Not to interrupt you, but did you hear Evergreen next week? CW11. They're gonna be on TV.
Yep, they got CW11 and Super Oval is with their local TV station over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
I'm hoping to get up there. I know Doug Hobbs wanted me to do it. I got to work on Saturday, but I got to give him a call. I definitely want to be involved in that. If I'm CW, heck yeah, baby.
But it's I haven't been able to watch any of the casts that have been being done, like Grays Harbors
or Skagit.
I do know that Coos Bay raced this weekend, so I don't know.
Now, is that dirt or did they go to pavement?
Well, that's dirt.
I mean, actually, Coos Bay is now dirt?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know they had a pavement track, too.
No, he's dirt.
Wow.
Because B.J. Donofrio won.
He did?
Yeah.
I wonder if Jim was there.
So,
yeah, see, Clements, Jerry Bowers out of Idaho ran the Northwest Tour. I knew it. Yeah, he ran with Goulet. Yeah, he was back with Goulet and Al Rainwater and those guys. I remember Joe Bowers for sure.
And see, and I commend the TV stations and stuff for picking this stuff up. I mean, I hate to. I mean, I don't know how they're. There's got to be some creative negotiations there, but at times when it's like the other day, I was going to click on Skagit. Well, it was already 7:30. Well, I'm not going to pay full bore to come on at 7:30.
Right.
And then Saturday night, my buddy Nathan, he was doing camera work he actually did camera work at Deming, because they were on Dirt TV or one of them, I don't know which one.
Mm-hmm.
And he was doing camera work for them.
Oh, great.
So, and then they did, I don't know who was involved in the one at Grays Harbor, but all I know is Mean says, every time I come here, it just wants to rain.
Yeah. I know, it sucks. Well, you know who I got to hang out with over there at State Line was Kenny Burns. Man, that dude, he's got one of those little Maverick Minis, and he was, man, dude, he puts a little, like a, I don't know, it's like an LED, like strobe light on it. Doesn't come with it, but he put one on and he Velcros it on there so he can see, it flashes so he can see where it is. Dude, that thing was so far up in the air. You could see but if you didn't see the flash, you wouldn't know where that thing was.
They had posted a picture on.
Dude,
Facebook.
It was awesome.
I thought it was cool.
Dude, and he had his little iPad hooked to it, and he had the little joysticks right here. Kenny Burns is the man. He's got some really super nice gear. I talked to him a little bit when we were done, seeing if we could maybe team up, because, we were talking about doing some stuff. Dude, he's got all the stuff. I don't get it.
We're just about done anyway.
I don't get it, man. This is just stupid. This is just stupid.
Still shows.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's just dumb. And I'm sick of it.
There it went out. There it just went off. I get a hold of TJ and see if he can help us.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know why. You know, the other one never did that, did it?
No.
Ever. It's just maddening. Thanks a lot, Facebook. Jerks. Yes, I'm live on Spreaker, but I don't care. I'm ticked. I am teed off. This is Dick. God. Look at this. Freaking nuts. Sorry about that, everybody. We're back. Just dumb. This is not us. This is Facebook. Ever since they switched to this new deal, I don't know what their deal is, but it sucks. I'm going to just say it. It blows. However, I do want to say this much. I want to thank everybody, because I know when Loader went over there, you can probably relate to this, Loader. Man, they made you feel like $1 million.
Yeah.
Over there at State Line.
Yep.
And it was super, super cool. Everybody was just so it was just so awesome to see everybody. Just the love that was there was just unbelievable. And I just want to thank everybody for making me feel like $1 million, because it was, I mean, it was just great. The crowd was great. The cars were great. The racers were great. Loader, I know you felt the same way when you went over there.
Minus the crowd.
Yeah, minus the crowd. But I mean, still, it was just a wonderful deal. What do you got? We got Wenatchee next weekend. We got Evergreen next weekend. Is South Sound racing?
South Sound's got practice next weekend.
What about Hermiston? Are they on next weekend?
The 3rd.
The 3rd. So it was just super, super cool. I got to see Robert Richardson. Yeah, it was great to see you too, Bobby. It was great. Even though you were walking and showing off, he just had hernia surgery, but he was walking like he was showing off.
Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Anyway,
but it was great to see him.
Anyway, too, Pit Mom still needs to be in all our prayers.
Yep.
She's having blood work done this week to make sure that the infection is out of her liver, and
they think it is.
She says she can feel it shrink. She could feel it shrink.
Oh, great.
So, and then once they find out the blood work, then they can do their CTs, get with a cancer doctor to take care of the kidneys and the other things. So, just keep her in your prayers. Well,
Kenny, my ultimate goal, Doug Hobbs called me, and he wants me to help with that rebroadcast that they're going to have. I have to work Saturday, so I need to call him tonight and talk to him and let him know. But I'm in. I mean, I think I'm gonna do all the Evergreen ones if I can, for him. It just depends on my work schedule. Yeah, it was crazy. I was gonna cancel and go to the 20, and then it was just back and forth. I'm glad I went to State Line for sure. It was it was awesome. But Kenny, Loader and I would love to talk to you. We've been needing a camera guy. We've been needing somebody to help us with that stuff. And so, I mean, we'd be more than happy to team up with you with your cool stuff and see if we can't, all three of us, do something together where we could do something really cool for the race community. That's after working with you on Saturday night. I know I came in late when my battery went dead, but I think we could do some damage if we all three of us work together, man. Because Loader was going to do it. He was going to actually get some equipment maybe. And but, man, if you've already got all that, why do we need to we just need to team up with you and come up with a way, sit down and, go have a couple beers and figure out what we need to do. But look at Mike Doom, and he says, FFB.
If you were listening on Spreaker, it almost came.
Jeff.
And anyway, and another thing, too, keep the young man Grayson in your prayers.
Yes,
with
brain surgery.
Brain surgery. I know
Prayers for Ellie Musgrave, too.
Yes. And then I will post up Taylor Fuller's address.
Yes,
and
we got to do that.
And we want, guys, we want to flood him. I don't know. If you got hero cards, sign a hero card. Send it to him. He really can't do anything outside the family this year because of this respiratory stuff and with the COVID stuff. So basically, he's just kind of stuck at home.
Wow, that sucks.
And it sucks. I mean, the kids, it's not right. So we're going to.
What's up, guys? Hey, great to see you too, Justin. Sorry you got tore up in that mess, dude. But, man, you were a stud. No doubt about it. You were a stud.
So.
Great picks. Yes, they were, Robert Richardson. They were great picks, man. I mean, just super great.
Cox. Stop ordering stuff.
Ronnie. Hey, what do you think of my Dash picture, man? I won the Dash tonight, baby.
Rocket.
Yeah, let's talk this weekend.
I can't.
Kenny, for sure. Are you racing this weekend? Could you make South Sound?
I don't race.
Or, could you make Evergreen?
I don't race.
Well, yes, you do. You're crewing for. Could you make Evergreen maybe this weekend?
We'll have to see.
Okay. We'd like to. I'd love to have the loader with us, but Kenny, if he can't, yeah, let's definitely talk. What up, Mike Hunter?
Ronnie, until they quit saying I got to have a mask in the store, I'm ordering everything online. Everything. I'll order lumber offline.
Rocket says, stop ordering stuff. But you know what I say, Rocket? Of course, I don't have 215 stops either. But it's job security, isn't it?
Yeah. And I don't know if the Kleins are still on or not. Thank you for the KC T-shirt.
Look at this. I got my Hayden Plybon. Oh, baby. Hey, I was just standing there. I didn't ask for it. Hayden came up to me and says, hey, my dad says you need this. Oh, okay. I'll take it. And I got to give a big shout-out to Todd Havens. It was great hanging with the Havens. Hannah, you're just amazing. All the work you do. It was great to see you. Braden, good job on your third place. Halverson gets a 6th out of the deal.
It's job torture, he says.
I run the big 50. I turn the big 50 this coming. Oh, wow! Way to go, Mike. You only got how many is he behind you?
Yeah, you only got 13 to catch up with me.
Yeah, and 7 to catch me. So you better put both your shoes on and get busy.
That's the reason he took his shoe off. He's trying to let you catch up.
Hey, Mike Hill Jr., what's going on, man? There's a great dude right there. That whole family, the Hill family. Part of Miller Kitchen and Bath, our great sponsors, Bailey General Contractors, Myers Floor Covering, Welcher's Gun Shop, Flaming Pig Barbecue, Wenatchee Valley Super Oval, and the Leonard Evans Used Car Superstore. If you need a used car, be sure you check out Garrett Evans at Leonard Evans Used Cars. Product 41, Atomic Screen Printing, Barrera, Garcia Motorsports, and, of course, BLG. Be unique, stand out, get noticed.
Oh, Chewy. Now he's putting for Chewy.com.
Oh, man. Don't even do that. You mean both my flip-flops. Yes. Chris Crane. Dude, it was so great to see you, man. Your car is beautiful. I know it wasn't right where you wanted it, but, man, still it was awesome. Now I'm just trying to think. Is the other Crane is he son? Is he brother? I don't know. I mean, geez, I don't know. I'm so lost. There's a lot of those Pro Late guys I haven't completely met yet. So, and I want to give a big shout out to Dennis Langton for meeting me at Jeffrey's spot. We went to the Buzz Inn.
Love that place.
At Ellensburg. Dude, it was amazing. I had a skillet. It had green peppers and sausage and potatoes. And it was amazing.
We used to go in there and we ordered the Bigfoot. It's a chicken fried steak, and it comes on its own plate.
Wow,
on
really?
a big plate. So you had, and then Justin, that was.
Did it have gravy and stuff on it?
Oh, if you wanted it on it, you could have it however you wanted. But we'd cut it in half, and then it'd go in the box for Justin, and he'd eat that all week long while he was at school.
Not all week.
Well,
that dude would eat that in one
meal. But there was usually 7 or 8 of us that ordered.
Oh, so he'd get all the halves of everything?
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing you guys at Evergreen Street. Yeah, Michael. I want Lucas Berg drives my other car. Okay.
Yes. That's what I was just thinking. It was
okay.
Lucas was in it when I was over there.
Yeah, I just saw it said Crane on it, and so I was thinking, oh, okay. So Lucas Berg was there. Yeah. Casey Garber, what's up, man? Yeah, it was great to see Sherry. Michelle Martin showed up. Horsepower Project, doing some photos there. Sherry, hey, you know who I met, Loader? And before we let everybody go, I met Sherry Garber's mom. She came up and introduced herself. She's a bitchin' lady. I love it. And Dan Garber was there. His car was awesome. You guys, I just can't thank you enough for all the love. It was just too cool. Dale Winterberg, great job. Tim Winterberg, thank you for all the conversation we had. You're a great man. Chuck Crothers, you're a stud. Way to coach Moran to that 3rd place. Sorry, Caden. I'll get my stuff together. I'm a scatterbrain without the loader. He's kind of my organizer.
You in trouble.
Going off the grid Friday, taking travel trailer to the mountains. Good for you.
Well,
come to Coos Bay. Oh, thank you, Casey Garber. You're the man, dude.
What do they got at Coos? I'd have to have mud races drags this weekend at Coos Bay.
Dude, I know. I'm not kidding. I was running around there like my head cuff, but how did Travis Barnes do in the mini stocks? I know that who's in the 64 car? He was killing. That's what I mean. I got to do a better job with the mini stocks. That's my new goal. I'm going to give the mini stocks
props. Right. You're right, Lori. Scary thought.
What's a scary thought? Me? Thanks a lot, Lori.
Me trying to take care of you.
Oh, Barnes got 11th. Okay. 2-day show, circle track. Ooh. Thanks a lot, Lori. I appreciate it. I give you all this love, and you tell me that's a scary thought. Okay, I get it. Okay. That's all right.
It is.
Shut up, Loader.
It's cool.
What are you all excited about?
It's cool.
I know. You love it when I get slammed. You love it. Loader being the organization. Oh!
That's a fact.
Yeah.
See?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, dude.
See, she just
dude.
She just made up for it. All she did.
Love you, Lori Fuller.
You're
You're amazing.
Yep, we're gonna make T's birthday special.
Loudest car all weekend. Boom! Maurice! Cameron Doyle, was good seeing you at Salem. Hey, it was good seeing you, Cam. That's not even it, Terry. Seriously, I was slamming Loader. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
After I said what I said, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
You're done. I'm deleting you off Facebook, Messenger.
Love it. Cameron Doyle, you're the man, dude. I met David Bauer, too, mini stalker. What a great guy. Super cool. Man, I can't wait. I'm going to do a better job with the mini stocks. They're going to get all my attention at the next one for sure because they deserve it. They had a lot of cars there, a ton of cars there. Man, it was awesome. Remove foot. Somebody said, Casey was in the 70. That 74 was gorgeous. Dude, I'm not kidding you. It was beautiful.
Dude.
Absolutely. It was how a mini stock should be put together.
It's time to go.
All right, we got to go.
I'm burning up in here.
Yeah, we are. It is hot up here.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Maurice.
And
remove foot. Casey was in the 64. Oh, he was. Okay. then he's money, dude. Casey Garber is money. Because that car was, I don't know who was in the 74. Because that car was new. They said it took him 11 months to get it, and it was gorgeous. But Garber was the man. So, yeah. And then I met Bryce Clark. Everybody was racing over at Sunset also. It was just too much going on, man. It was just too much going on. Casey Garber was killing, though. That 6.4 was rolling, dude. I'm telling you, it was rolling. Thank you. We're out. We'll see you. Hey, guess what? I went and saw Lippy, everybody, so stay tuned. We might have a special edition of Northwest Race Report on a Wednesday. I think he might be getting his groove back a little bit.
Ooh.
So we'll see. But I got to see Lippy on Sunday. He's doing better. So who knows? It might be time for a comeback. So stay tuned. Hoping to see everybody at Evergreen on Saturday. Thanks for all the love at State Line. Loader, thanks for being at South Sound. Congratulations on your W. And this thing is weak.
You talk too much. It went back.
Well, that's a wrap. We hope you enjoyed the show. If so, please like and share on Facebook. And don't forget to stop by TerryBridgesRacing.com on the World Wide Web and subscribe so you never miss a show. The audio version of tonight's show is now available on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Podcasts, CastBox, or Podcast Addict. For the loader, Jeff Eden, I'm your horsepowered performance host, Terry Bridges. And we'll see you next week for another episode of Late Model Monday, a Circle Left production.
Hey, race fans, this is Steve Blankenship. You are tuned in to the quickest show on the web, Late Model Monday.